All right, Matt back with another SafuuGO Bryan Legend video. It did just pop back over $10, but it got down to $8.33. And so I don't know if there's another bot flush, but here we are. The price is crashed down quite a bit. Bryan Legend is pivoting, moving on to Yomp. I would steer clear of that. That's my personal opinion. You can do whatever you want. Now let's just go look over some of the hanky-panky that's been going on with Safuu and SafuuGO. Men lie, women lie, children lie. Bryan Legend lies, but the blockchain doesn't lie. Women lie, men lie, children lie. Bryan Legends, legends lie, but the blockchain doesn't lie. So, you know, I've been beating a dead horse, but when you can see it on the blockchain, it doesn't hurt to run through. It doesn't hurt to check it yourself. So here we go. We got the Safuu Insurance Fund, and just go over to the old 2728 address. And I don't think I can post a link to that in the chat. I'll see if I can. So I don't know, but there it is. You can see that SafuuGO is rebounding a little bit. I don't know if it was one of those bot flushes, but you can see that it has rebounded a little bit. It did get down under $8. And I don't see any scenario where Yomp doesn't follow there, but let's just go to the 27828 address. You can see that, you know, there's been over $2 million. If you download it and look at the transactions, it's coming from the Safuu Insurance Fund, which that money was tax money that's supposed to be going to LP. And then money's coming also from the right here, the D35D, which is a SafuuGO treasury. And you can see here 1,750 BNB, 1,300 BNB. That was $700,000 basically within a couple, you know, right there at the launch of SafuuGO. You can see $2 million overall to Gate.io. There's no reason to send it over there but to cash out. Okay. Let's see. All the comments. I'm not sure if I can see the comments. I'll see if I can pull those up. I'm not sure if I can see comments or not. I can see chat messages, but I'm not sure if I can see the, let's just a second. Let me try to pull that up real quick. Let's see. Boom, boom. I'm not sure if this is going to cause some kind of, oh, okay, here we go. Getting sidetracked here. Okay. I need to look at all the comments. Mentions. Just a second. Sorry for the delay, folks. So here we go. Sorry, just kind of there's quite a bit here. I'll pull something else up before we get too far into that. Let's see. Boom. So we're going to look at this money timeline that we're just going to run through this real quick. And so we're just looking at here where these are articles that Bryan Legend was talking about. We're here in 2020 with Trova Twilks. He's talking about he had a $2.6 million net worth. And then next year it jumped to $6.3 million net worth. And if he made it legitly, all the power to him. If he made it scamming, then that's a problem. When you see some of the shady stuff, you can see that SafuuGO is already bouncing back up. So I'm not exactly sure. I haven't jumped into Discord to see if he was a bot flush or if he kind of put some negative message, because sometimes he'll put a negative message out there and then I don't know if he buys or bots are buying and then the price shoots back up pretty quick, but it's on a one-way street. And then 26 million financial gains. But with all the, you know, note right now, people are wondering where's the Vulcan money? Over 30 million sacrificed. Are the devs really working on it? He's shown a couple of videos. A lot of people don't have confidence in that. And then, you know, so say he does really have 26 million. and he paid his taxes. Apparently in Australia, that could be 50% in taxes. So that means he could have made $50 million. That's legit. That's cool. But when you can see some of the shady stuff going on in the blockchain, it doesn't give you confidence that it was done legitly. And so there's a lot of, just a sec, there's a lot new. Let's see. I'm trying to pull something up here. Okay, let's see. So here is something that I'm pulling up right now. Prado's bag right now. Prado invested 14K and it's now worth $78 apparently. He's only got 17 go. So Prado's down. Apparently Bryan Legend and Prado have kind of made up. There's a little bit of rift there. Sounds like from what I've heard, they've made up. Let's look at a couple more of these. Right here, they are scammers. They scammed with Safu. Then this launched, made it a honeypot and scammed. Now they're literally did everything to kill the token. Scammers file class action lawsuit. That's someone else's words, not mine. Here, Harley's talking about how the Bryan could have evaded tax. I don't know. That's just something that's allegedly. Right here is we'll go over to this Twitter account. It's and there was someone actually thinking that some of this FUD. You can see Safu goes back up to $24. So flash crash. Right here, you can see the blue coin. You can see tags, Petrova. You can see Clever DeFi, SafuuX, SafuuGO, Yomp, Vulcan. And I'm sure Bryan's making, we can see, there's some pretty good evidence that he's making some pretty good money on it. And I don't know, I bring this up every video, but I can't help it. I can't help myself. Just it's just too big of a thing with Petrova and the fake team members. It's just, it's just the evidence is right there in your face. So once you see the evidence there, then it's pretty damning in my opinion. Let's go back here and pull some other things up. New has done a lot of research. Boom, boom. There's the Petrova thing here. So here, after further deliberation, this is decisions made. So this was this year. After further deliberation regarding the decision to using the accessible fire pit wallet to extract liquidity out of the Safu BNB liquidity pool, I feel it's both immoral and responsible to use fire pit as means of liquidity usage, especially since it was created as a means to burn only. I humbly apologize for my behavior. Even in making this an option, I'm ashamed for announcing such. The accessible fire pit will not be used for any liquidity to be manually burnt. But then, oh, how long did that last? Because, you can see that there's money going into the Safu insurance fund, and some of it was coming from the fire pit. See, Safu fire pit, and then you can go down here. Safu fire pit sent 24 BNB. You can see that Bryan Legend's constantly changing the game up. It's mind-boggling. Let's just look at Petrova real quick. It's one of my favorite things to look up because it's mind-boggling that after you see that someone would make up fake team members that you would even, you're feeling lost. Well, here's the Petrova website once it's done loading here. This is from April 11th, 2018. You can go to the Wayback Machine, look it up yourself. And you can go right here and you scroll down, you can see where he's saying you can use Petrova at these fitness centers. Before that, it started off as there are partnerships, and he changed because there wasn't partnerships. But you go down to the motivated team, and we're just going to look at Joseph Lampton and David Powden. So look at the Joseph Lampton picture. You go to the health.us.news.com. That's actually Dr. Gideon M. Blumenthal, MD. You can see that's his picture. He has nothing to do with the project, so it's a fake team member. Now let's go back to Petrova. You can look at David Powden, and I'm only using these two as an example. You can go look them up the rest if you want to. David Powden, you go over here. There's David Powden. It's even a video you can play, and he's talking, and his name's Graham. Graham Elders. These guys had nothing to do with the project. So it's mind-boggling. And I just wanted to hop on because the flash crashed, but it's one of those typical flash crashes where you see these flash crashes, pumps back up, starts crashing back down. But to me, the writing's on the wall because they're already pivoting over to Yomp, and something similar is going to happen to Yomp. Let's just run through a little bit more of some of the things that Newer News is pointed out. They've done a lot of research, a couple videos. I've already played those. We ignored the red flags, which were slapping us in the face. We'll be very lucky to get any kind of return on our Vulcan sacrifices. What the fudders were saying all along is actually how things have been and continue to fall. At this point, I am 90% sure that Bryan is a scammer. Prado can do some good here, but don't expect miracles. I would steer clear of the worldwide token personally, too. I don't think they have a very good plan. It seems like they've flipped and flopping, and they're just trying something. Hey, but you could come, do your own research, come to your own conclusion. To me, seeing all the money coming from Safuu and the Safuu Insurance Fund and the SafuuGO Treasury into this wallet, the 2728 to Gate.io, right at the launch, he's yanking liquidity out and sending it over to Gate.io when that could have been help trying to support the project. You look at Fetrova, you can look at fake team members. You can look and just go through the Discord and look at all the messages and how he's flip-flopping. He was floating the RVOL token. Why was he floating the RVOL token? That was just another chance to have a money grab. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. I just wanted to hop on there because I saw the flash crash, and it's one of those typical flash crashes where buying at the bottom, but you can see there's 2,400 sales, 1,500 buys, and I'm just going to jump to the present, see if anyone else wanted to say something. Here's a video that someone wanted to.
Oh, yeah. You ready? Thanks for joining. You can tell the world you never was my girl, or you can burn my clothes if I'm gone. Right, boys? You can tell my arms go back into the farm. You can tell my feet hit the floor. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But don't tell my heart, my achy, breaky heart. I just don't think he'd understand.
I'll just play. Safuu goes back down to $15.
He might blow up and kill his man. Keep on going. Fantastic. Great voice. I love it. Well done.
All right. Sorry for the torture there, guys. Now let's see what. I'm actually just going to download this one right here with Drew Wolfer real quick. That way it plays a little bit better there. Just a second. Hold on there, folks. We have a technical moment. Now we're going to get this this Drew Wolfer video up, get the file going. All right, here we go.
Did. Also, these influencers that tied their entire YouTube name and channel to Safuu, this is a PSA for you. You are all idiots. Your career is finished when this thing goes down. I honestly hope that you're ready for that and you made a bunch of money to compensate for that, and the coupling of your soul to a scammer turd nugget worth it. Do you have morals? Don't any of you guys have families that you have to talk to at night? What do they say about you pumping the scam over your nightly family dinners? How do you tell your wife and kids what you did and what you're doing and still have their respect? Man, I would honestly hate to be in your shoes, and my heart goes out to you, but a terrible decision, guys. Bryan doesn't have a family to answer to. No wife, no kids, nobody that with him. It's pitiful, really, and I feel bad for him in that aspect, but you reap what you sow, so he did that to himself. Life is all about choices, guys. And I hate to break it to you guys, but if some of you people involved in this are American citizens, you can literally get locked up in prison for this. The blockchain is trackable. If they can follow the money and prove that you are using your influence to manipulate markets for your own financial gain, you can be prosecuted. That goes for Australian citizens too.
All right, there's the end of that video. We'll remove that. So here we are, and now it looks like we got another little video that we'll play before we call it a day. Let's see. This one's 6 minutes. Okay, no, we'll just play this. Okay, we'll play this. Just a second.
A third.
Whoops. There we go. We'll just try to get this so that. There we go. And
Yo, big shout out to the DeFi army, man. Link in the description, by the way. Because listen, we just got a crucial piece of information from Duct Tape, one of our members, who just let us know that Bryan Legend just slipped up and accidentally snitched on himself. Now, let me break it down for you guys. Bryan Legend, who used to be Brian Saylor, has ran many projects inside of the DeFi space. In every one of these projects, he completely scammed his retail investors. And this is what's going on right now with SafuuGO. Now, in the case of SafuuGO, if you were to go to the SafuuGO Discord right now, what you would find is a bunch of people who are completely in disbelief in terms of all of the recent developments of what Bryan Legend is doing. And even though they cannot believe their eyes in terms of what this man is actually pulling off and separating them from their money, some of them still stay there because they don't want to accept the obvious. And the thing I would say to these people is,
I'm just going to jump ahead of here a little bit.
He dropped this video giving people a tutorial guide on how to use MetaMask. Inside of this video, he accidentally snitched on himself with his previous wallets. And I'm going to show you guys what I mean by this. You see, what Duct Tape was able to find out is go get this, is making the link basically between this article and the MetaMask wallets, the wallets inside of Bryan's MetaMask basically. So when you go to this article right here in Pastebin, it's an article that was written way back in September 21st about the clever DeFi scam that Bryan Saylor pulled against his retail investors. Now, inside of this article, the link will be in the description, by the way, when you go down to the wallets that were wash trading in order to create fake engagement in the charts, to print the chart, to make it look very appealing, make it look green so that retail investors could feel confident and want to jump inside of this opportunity by thinking that they're going to make money. Well, it was Bryan trading against retail investors the whole time. And these are the key wallets that he was using. And from these, we were able to identify 3 of them and connect them back to these wallets right here. So as you can see, this CD72 is the same wallet that is identified.
Men lie, women lie, Bryan Legend lies, but the blockchain doesn't lie, my friends. And so, you know, sometimes, you know, the on-chain went a little over the top, but this is spot on. And so you can't deny when the blockchain's showing evidence like this. You can ignore it, but it exists there, just like when you go to the 2728 address. So let's watch a little bit more of this video. Then I have to run. Got some plans tonight, but let's watch a little bit more of this. And we'll be back another day.
Here in the article. And if we want to check out another one, we have this A152. If we go back, you see right there, this is the A152. And there's the third wallet that is clearly identified. And you guys can do this for yourself by going in the links in the description. You can compare the article to this section in the video of Bryan Legend. So when you click on that link, it'll take you directly to the section where the MetaMask is open, and you can just compare the article to the MetaMask. Now, why is this so significant?
I'm going to try to link these up in the description after. Actually, I'll just do that right now. I'll put those in the, I'll put those links in my description of this video.
The reason why this is a bombshell is because now we have irrevocable proof that Bryan has been actively participating in the chart to make it look like it's going up by wash trading the clever DeFi token. And when he's wash trading, which is illegal, by the way, he is making the chart look appealing so that new investors can get in thinking that they're going to shoot to the moon and this thing is going to make a lot of money for them. But in actuality, what happens is the moment that this volume starts picking up and the new retail investors show up in the chart to participate in the token, Bryan turns around and sell against all of the demand that all these retail investors are bringing into clever DeFi. And when this article came out and was letting people know that, yo, Bryan Legend has a bad track record. He's been scamming from previous projects, and they want to let all these clever DeFi people know this is not.
Well, I'm going to stop it there. We can watch more of it, but you can see with everything that's happened with the 2728 address, the money coming out of Safuu Insurance Fund, the money going to Gate.io from Safuu Insurance Fund, from the SafuuGO Treasury. They're Oliver, I think it's Oliver at On-Chain, Change to Fair Play, talking about that. And then you also have the fake team members at Petrova. That's just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot more, and we'll be covering that in future days. But that's all I'm going to cover today. You can see that there's, when you have low volume manipulation, flash crash, people trying to buy in, price going up. Most likely Bryan's trying to do something to crash the price, but he sold it, buying at the bottom, says something bullish, pumps it. Yomp's going to be the same thing in my opinion. So steer clear of that, my friends, but do your own research. I'm not the end all be all. I'm just throwing my opinion and showing you some on-chain metrics, and maybe in another video, we'll look at some of that stuff with Clever DeFi. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend, folks. Have a good day.